done with.
Dude, you've been done.
I'm still here.
For what? Why? Because you just want to be a asshole.
You're right.
Then why the would you be in this competition?
I'm here.
Bone face. You.
Why do you look 50 and you're 24?
What? What did you say? Go yourself. You.
Would you rather have the brand new PS5 or a weekend with these three lovely ladies and you can do anything you want with them?
Wait, anything with them?
Like anything.
A whole weekend?
A whole weekend.
Damn, with the PS5 though, like it just.
I know.
Oh, damn, y'all beautiful though, but.
Hold on, what'd you say?
PS5 or us?
Oh,
bro, y'all beautiful, but I had a PlayStation 4 for 4 years, but I need a PS5.
God.
My nigga.
Y'all, so this dude came in my DM yesterday. He was like, "You're pretty, I'm trying to get to know you." He literally sent me $1,000 just to get to know me. And y'all literally sit here and think I'm gonna get to know y'all for free when somebody just paid me $1K for him to get to know me? Be so for real.
Stop the cap. Stop the cap right now.
Would you feel comfortable if your father was watching your OnlyFans and subscribing to it?
Probably not, no.
You would not feel comfortable, and I'll tell you why. That's because in your heart of hearts, in your soul, if you still got one, you know it's wrong. That's your work. In my work, if my mother consumed my work, I'd be thankful and pleased that she took an interest in my work and supported my work. If she bought my products, I'd be thankful. If your mother or father bought your products, you'd be disgusted and ashamed because you know what you're doing is wrong and the product of what you're doing is bad.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
I got a question for you. Do you have car insurance?
100%. No reason.
All right. Do you have homeowners insurance?
100%.
Do you have life insurance?
100%.
Do you have medical insurance?
100%.
Did you get tired of your insurance agent talking about the possibilities of you losing your life and being rewarded? Hold on for a second. I know, but don't be a butt person. Here's the deal. Here's the deal. You have insurances. Although it's a very uncomfortable situation, and life insurance people who sell it tend to be scumbags. They tend to be looked at as scumbags, like, I don't want to have this conversation about me dying, but you surely will die. So you better have the conversation. The reality is, yes, it's a very tough conversation. I have to spend a lot of time talking about it. It's very difficult. However, there needs to be some insurance, and there's no insurance, and so we must talk about it.
He ain't lying.
What's up, y'all? It's Cali West. Thank you for tuning in to another episode. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel if you're feeling this shit. Light crowd, but it's all good. Because, hey, I'm still going to talk my shit. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to YouTube for having me on this part-time job shit. My homeboy XL Pro comes through, says like, share, and subscribe to Cash App $ Cali West 1. Salute, G. I appreciate you. So anyway, you know what I'm saying? You know how we do in this typical Cali West fashion. I ain't gonna bullshit and waste no time. And I'm gonna go talk my talking points, talk my shit, and then we're gonna take it from there. So of course, I don't know if y'all been paying attention, but you know what? Let's get this out this way. We're gonna take care of the easy shit. So it appears that Ciara Well, Ciara's husband, Russell Wilson, got a new contract. And it just goes to show Russell's contract with the Giants. Why it will be almost impossible for the QB to earn every dollar.
What kind of shit is that?
Now, I don't know if I could hear that, but I don't know. What's up with my damn computer? That's crazy. So anyway, well, I just kind of, okay, so we're going to just talk about this new contract that he got. So, of course, we all seen, we already seen that he was going to, we already knew that no lie, anyone who follows football probably knew, that it was only a matter of time that he was going to get traded or some shit because, he ain't really been performing at the par. Now, with that being said, let's just read up on this little contract information right quick. How about that? It says Russell Wilson's 1 year, $10.5 million contract with Giants will allow him to earn up to $21 million in 2025. But due to the way the incentives are structured, it's going to be almost impossible for him to earn the full $21.5 million.
Holy Jesus. What is that? What the fuck is that?
Now, it says, as a matter of fact, if Wilson wants to earn every dime in his contract, he will have to do something that no other QB in NFL history has done. Go 17-0 during the regular season. Now, Wilson has a total of $3 million in incentives tied to how many games he wins. According to Sports Illustrated, Wilson would get paid $176,470.59 for every game the Giants wins, as long as he at least plays 50% of the snaps. Trying to earn the full $3 million, Wilson would have to lead the Giants to a 17-0 record, which makes the incentive almost impossible to earn. Only two teams have ever gone undefeated in NFL history: the 72 Dolphins and the 2007 Patriots. And neither did it while playing a 17-game schedule. Also, the Dolphins and Patriots made both playoffs the year before they were undefeated, so they had plenty of talent. On the Giants end, they went 3-14 last season, so if they were to go 17-0 in 2025, that would be the most shocking turnaround in NFL history. Now, of course, it says Wilson would actually get $3.75 million if the Giants go 17-0, because he also gets a $750,000 bonus if he leads the Giants to the playoffs by playing at least 55% of the snaps, and they would definitely make the playoffs if they went 17-0. Now we all know, with all that, that's damn near impossible. So with that being said, and there's a possibility that Russell Wilson's career, whether paid or not, could be coming to an end. Like most, football players, they don't be in there for the rest of their life. And I must say, Russell Wilson has definitely had a good run. Now, with that being said, so here goes the flip side to it. The caveat is that his wife, she's living her best life. Well, I guess look at her. She out here promoting her new album or whatever. Trying to be a little sexy or whatever, right? Look what it says. When he lets you be you. What is you? A slut?
What kind of shit is that?
See? Remember what he said? When he lets you be you. I ain't gonna lie, she got an amazing body. So that's what it looks like when a man lets you be you. So you show you off your backside to the world, and nothing but thirst traps and stuff like that. I don't know. Russell. Might need to get some. Oh, I can't say the kids don't really look like Russell, but I don't know. Yep. Okay. Went home with my own award. Mother. Oh, butt naked mother.
She wanna put that pussy on me, put it on me.
Well, hey, she wanted when it didn't work out with Future, what did she do? Go get her little cuck. Because ain't no way no chick gonna be walking around here showing off all her goodies to the world and claim that to be my wife, bro. So anyway, let's talk about something else that's going on. So, if y'all know, I had a show maybe a couple months about 50 Cent and Chelsea Handler. So it appears that Chelsea Handler had a lot to say about black men. Now, we all know that, she likes the brothers. But listen to what she has to say. Very interesting. Oh, there we go.
Seem to appreciate women like me more than white men. There seems to be a disconnect between strong, powerful white men and strong, powerful white women. There feels like I'm a lot of woman. I say what I want to say. I do what I want to do. And that for some reason threatens a lot of men. There's a certain type of men that don't like that. They think I'm too loud or I'm too brass but I'm just acting like a man. I'm not acting like anything. I'm acting like myself, and it's similar to what a man would do, and which would be fine. And there's something about black men that like that. They think that's cute, and they're turned on by my outrageousness or the fact that I don't give a fuck or that I want, that I'll say the thing. And so I like that. So there doesn't feel like such an imbalance. There's definitely like a cultural thing where black men, it feels like they appreciate that kind of thing more. Black men in general, and this is a generalization, seem to appreciate her. And so that's
let me give my take on that. See, on the surface, right? If you're a liberal or you're just kind of happy to hear a black woman or a white woman kind of praise black men, right? On the surface, you'll say, oh, well, her basically saying that black men are not threatened by that or think that that's cute. It may sound like, okay. It may sound like, well, the black man, he's so confident in his masculinity that, no masculine woman is going to make him, is not going to knock him off his pivot, right? That's what it sounds like on the surface. But see, if you're in the know, you kind of know that maybe it's because black men, we're I hate to say this, but we're the catfish of the sea. Shout out to Coach Greg Adams. We're literally the catfish of the dating market. We eat anything. We'll take anything. See, black men, we're willing to be stepfathers. We want to go, take care of somebody else's kid. We want to step to the plate with a woman who's been for the streets. Black men are literally the garbage picker uppers of the dating market. With that being said, we tend to take a lot of shit just to go get with a woman. So even though she thinks that this might be endearing, it's really not. it may be indicative of what type of man that she get. Because yeah, she might have got with 50 Cent, but she didn't keep him now, did she?
Attractive, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. As a woman, you want to be desired, and you want men who want to have sex with you and are like turned on by your strength, not emasculated by your strength.
Oh.
You know, like my strength shouldn't make you feel weak. It should make you feel strong.
Right.
That's how I think. Like, I want men. And so that's attractive, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. As a woman, you want to be desired and
see, she brings up a good point. Well, she brings up a point. She talk about what she wants to be desired for as a woman. But see, you know, just like men, we want to be desired just for our looks. We want to be desired for our character. We want to be desired for how much we love someone. But unfortunately, we're not judged off of that. We're judged off of how we actually, we're actually judged on how the world perceives how we look. 1, 2, we're perceived based off of our success or lack thereof. So yes, you know, women like her, they want to be, you know, they want to be looked at attractive because of their intelligence, because they know that beauty is that, you know, anyone could be beautiful. But guess what? I kind of feel like if a man told you he's intrigued by your intelligence, can he not be intrigued by another woman's intelligence as well? So let's see like I said, what she is. So like I said, black men are not anymore men because we could deal with a loud bitch or deal with a chick who's over opinionated. No, that just makes us more desperate, to be honest.
It's an evil world we live in.
I just give it a buck. That just shows how desperate black men are, because white men, they ain't gonna deal with no woman with no lip. You know, why would a white man or even a intelligent, you know what I'm saying, you know, not woke, but an awakened, intelligent black man, why would he want to put up with that? You know, they feed us a lot of things in our own culture, like the you know what I'm saying, the wife and the mama who got too much attitude, like everybody hates Chris. And maybe that was about his real life, but guess what? A lot of our sisters imitate what they seen on TV and what they thought was supposed to be a strong black woman. Kind of like Good Times. You know, homeboy James Amos was married to Florida Evans, but in reality, he was married to a woman who looked more like Chelsea Handler. But guess what? They showed us on Good Times that, you know, a black man who worked hard our jobs to, you know, put, you know, empty on the family could only get a, you know what I'm saying, an ugly black woman. But in reality, he had, like I said, in reality, he had a woman who looked like this. Without emasculating him either. Now, look what this woman got to say. Same things they love in her, they hate in black women. Interesting coming from a rich woman. I'd be complimentary too if I was a kept man. One thing I could definitely say about Chelsea Handler is that she might be opinionated. Like, she might be a strong woman. Hell, she might even be a little bit masculine. But do I dare say this? As masculine as Chelsea Handler is, she is by far more feminine than most sisters that you see in the hood who grew up without a father.
It's an evil world we live in.
Am I lying? Am I lying? I want someone to tell me I'm lying. Okay. Well, some goofy says this is a hot mess. Keep your mouth closed about Wilson's wife. So I'm supposed to keep my mouth closed about Russell Wilson's wife, right? But yet, his wife could keep her legs open and her ass tooted in the air for everyone. Yo, P, do me a favor. Whatever your name is, PFP, do me a favor. I need you to do me a big favor.
Shut up, bitch.
Yeah. You're goofy. And shit, Ciara's wife, Russell Wilson's wife. Is she really his wife? What type of wife shows her butt off to the whole world? Her butt and her breast and everything. Just to sell some music. D Griff says, "What up, bruh? Thank you for tuning in, G. Righteous Fear Stand Up." You know, we got some little goofies in the chat. I'm glad to have some real ninjas in the chat. Right. Mrs. Wilson, LOL. Or should we say Mr. Ciara? Because that dude is a dude boy like a motherfucker, bro. Straight dude boy.
You're a victim. There we go, CSI.
But remember, Ciara Russell lets her do her. So, hey, whatever that looked like. We all know what that looked like. It's a whole business. Now, of course, before we was rudely interrupted, yeah, ass tooted up in the air. Now, back to Chelsea Handler. Another sister says, laughing out loud. Y'all know the fact that this is the very thing black women are told make them less feminine, desirable is just, I have to laugh. Sisters. The only reason why these men are putting up with this with her, because she's a white woman. Y'all know that, hey, a lot of black men were raised by black women, and we know black women envy white women. So it's only fair that black men are going to envy and praise white women. So yeah, I mean, if I had to, it's like for example, it's like all women are gonna give you shit, so you might as well take shit from a beautiful woman. So in this same case, why be with a black woman who's gonna wear a blonde wig like Beyonce, when he could just get a white woman who looks, like how Beyonce wants to look? I mean, it's pretty easy, pretty simple. But hey, but sisters don't believe that they should have to act right for y'all. I hate to say this. Not all sisters, but enough to have this conversation. Now, my boy, J Flo, he comes through and he says,
"It's an evil world we live in."
He said, "It's an evil world we live in." Salute Cali West, XL Pro, and the chat. Righteous Fear Stand Up. Shout out to the free agent lifestyle. Yeah, shit is really crazy, Shit is really crazy. So yeah, man, J Flo, can I ask you a question? Because you're one of our married members of the free agent lifestyle. I mean, I know that, you're not so much trying to police your own woman, but how would you feel if your wife, okay, like your wife was out here dressed like Ciara out here and like posting stuff on our IG, even though her last album went wood? How would you feel if your wife wanted to go and show her body off like this to the world, bro? But I don't know about, what I'm saying, but I'm sure I would feel the same way about anybody, who was in this situation.
Run! Go! Get to the chopper!
Because, she always like to take compromising shots of herself, bro. Like, I just kind of just think it's so crazy that, Russell had to wait for her, wait to get married to have sex with her, even though she already had a baby by another rapper. And then now she can't even keep her clothes on. She can't even keep her clothes on. But we got simp ninjas like P or a black woman like P who come over here trying to come to the rescue for a total slut, bro. She's a slut, bro. Just because she married doesn't make her less of a slut. T Griff says Russ is one of them she's going home with me niggas. Oh, definitely. Russell Wilson, he's the type of dude that if he bumped into Ciara in the strip club, he'd be the one. He'd be the dude who's trying. Oh, matter of fact, yeah. Yo, Russell Wilson is one of the type of dudes that he can go and try to wife up the girl. He can go and try to wife up the girl that everybody ran a train on. So like your homeboy come through, he bring a little sexy little thing, right? She looks sexy. She, what I'm saying, she a sexy thing, but she for the team. You feel me? She for the team. But guess what? Your boy, he gonna be the one. He the one who want to crown her. He's the one who want to. Oh, don't call her a hoe. She done fucked the whole crew. He the one who's gonna be want to go wipe her up. That is definitely Russell Wilson. With that being said, here go a video of Russell Wilson when he was in high school. Oh, when he was in college. Check this out. This is Russell Wilson when he was in college.
Yeah, I'm so crazy. Yeah, for sure. Woo! Shit, boy. Man, well, that pussy good. Yeah? You want you some of that? I can get some of that. Man, you know, want comfy, y'all, man. Man, you a real one, man. You a real one, man. I'll get you some of that shit. You, man. You a real one. Yeah. I'm saying, that bitch is good, ain't it? Yeah, watch your mouth, bro. She ain't no bitch. Watch your mouth, bro. Stop playing with me. This is my girl now. We go together. So all that going back and forth shit is over, my nigga. Watch your fucking mouth, bro. Don't talk about my girl. Yo, stop looking at my girl ass, bro. What's wrong with your unfaithful ass, man? How you gonna cuff the whole lame ass, but I put you on that hoe, you gonna cuff her. This is a sick Negro. That's for sure.
Bruh, I had to show y'all that shit, bruh. That is definitely Russell Wilson in motherfucking college, bro. Shit, Sky Daddy 4444 comes through. Shout out to the free agent lifestyle. Shit, the coach gang is in the building tonight. I appreciate you checking in, G. He says Russell Wilson is an all-time simp, man.
He ain't lying.
Yeah, man, this nigga is a fool. Fool. And we're gonna see it. See, the thing is, everybody thinks just because the marriage is kind of lasting for a while that it's gonna be, that is gonna all happy. But guess what? He just had a baby, so she's gonna look. Even when they do break up, because listen, it's gonna happen. Because dude, he been traded at least twice ever since they've been together. You know what I'm saying? Hey, and I don't know. It don't look like he's gonna be playing football for too long either. Hey, when football players, when they usually retire, that's usually when the divorce happens. And I don't know if y'all know this, but NFL players have the worst track record when it comes to marriage out of all the organized sports.
It's all bullshit.
Mm-hmm. Shit crazy. But yo, I got some clips for y'all, you know what I'm saying, for y'all entertainment. You know what I'm saying? Since we got the main event of the way, we could party and bullshit a little bit. You feel me? Shit. I think I already showed y'all. I don't think I showed y'all these yet, but Well, I did show y'all this, but I'm gonna show y'all again because I think this is funny, but it's true.
If you dating a girl and you finally decide to go around her family and ain't nothing but women, that's your sign to run. Okay? Her mama don't got no man. Her grandma don't got no man. Her great grandma don't got no man. The aunties don't got no man. The friends don't got no man. Nobody, the guy's sister don't got no man. The best friends don't got no man. Ain't nothing but women. Run. Don't stick around and get her pregnant because them women got mouths on them. Don't no men want to be bothered with them. Nobody got no man. Why would you stay?
Facts. Shit. Hey, shout out to Anger Man Valdez. Now, I'm trying to get to the new stuff, but I like to show y'all some of the clips, just to keep the show going. Oh, wait a minute. I'm trying to show y'all this woman's shape. Yo, shout out to Sky Daddy. He says, just leaving something for the sermon. Cook. I appreciate you, G.
Just think on my money and go. Where'd it go? Feeling.
Oh my God. I ain't gonna front, bro. Man. A black woman, yo, she don't even need that weave. If she just be bald headed and nappy, she'll be just fine. She got the body of a goddess, bro. Look at that body, bro. I could deal with her if she was just bald headed without that fake ass weave. Look at that body on her, bro. That shit is amazing. Look at them dimensions, boy. I ain't gonna lie. I didn't even know how her face looked because that body is amazing, bro. Look at that. Look at those dimensions, bro. I ain't no BBL. I ain't no BBL, y'all. Look at that. Sheesh.
She won't put that pussy on me, put it on me.
Oh my God. Don't be surprised if your boy Cali West ended up with an African baby over there in the continent. His name is Cali West. My name is Cali West Jr. Thank you for tuning in for another episode. Please like and subscribe to my channel if you're feeling this shit. Sheesh. All right. Okay. Enough playing. And fellas, we love some thick shit, don't we? I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna act like I never liked the girls like this. You know what I'm saying? We all done dealt with some chick like this who, was way out of shape, but, it was just fat in the right places. 21 with no kids. She got a bunch of kids. Bitch, you had not no damn 21, 31 with no kids. Girl, more like 40 with no kids. But yeah, fellas, we definitely need to kind of leave that thick shit alone. You know what I'm saying? No wrong. Ain't nothing wrong with fucking with it, but don't just know that when we be fucking these hoes, we be kind of fucking, we be fucking up the game because them hoes really think they hot. We all know whether it's a woman is a fine dime piece or an ugly piece. We know these chicks, they don't understand that just because a man sleep with you doesn't mean that he's in love with you. Women, for some reason, they don't get that. They still don't get that. They don't get that until it's too late. And even then, they still break their own rules. D-Griff says, I'm about to have a D-Griff Jr. in Africa, too. Hey, he said, I'm about to have a D-Griff in Africa. Hey, man, I wouldn't even be mad at you, bro. Like, them women got some beautiful bodies on it. Now it's like non-GMO, too. Yes, Lord. Okay, so what I got in my new batch of clips for tonight. Oh, here we go. Whoa. I don't know where they're from, but they get it. They get it. Showing out with your homegirl, huh? Okay.
Give me $50.
I ain't got it.
You can't afford to give me $50.
Get your ass out my goddamn coke.
After being coached by an IG baddie podcast to ask my ninja for money, but he's stingy. Well, you chose him. And what you listen for IG baddies for anyway? They ain't got no nigga. And is this from this year or is this from last year? Hold up. Oh, this is from last year. Hold up. I knew that's why things wasn't looking right. Yo, it's about to get deep.
Yeah, you know what? I can understand why he left my mom and abandoned us.
Hold up. It's gonna get deep, y'all. It's gonna get deep.
Like, yeah, you know what? I can understand why he left my mom and abandoned us. Yeah, I probably would have abandoned your weird ass too. No funny shit.
So let's keep it a buck. After asking her adult sons their opinion on how relationships work, they admitted to their mother that, you know what, they see why their dad left. But then that mother's response, because her sons critiqued their view of how she is as a woman, she admits that she would abandon them. I would argue that some of y'all mothers, y'all didn't stick around because y'all love them kids. Y'all stuck around because those kids were resources, rent, and food. Y'all would have abandoned them just like the dudes that y'all want us to be mad at, right? Let's keep it a buck. That's why I say some mothers are not above reproach. But I digress.
Damn.
Emotional damage.
The truth is rough and tough like leather. Sheesh. He says, sorry, Kelly, I missed your question. Oh, nah, I was actually a rhetorical question. I was just saying, like, how would you feel if, I was just kind of just saying this to you, mainly because you're the married one. Like, how would you feel if your chick want to go show off all her goodies to the world, man? Like, wouldn't that, like, dude, wouldn't that, like, be out of bounds? I just don't think that's kind of crazy. And, let's just be real, when we did get older, we did kind of see a lot of the qualities in our parents, whether it was our father and or it was our mother who had a lot of character flaws, and we kind of seen why our parents did not stay with each other. J Flo said, I'll be out. No time for that BS. Yo, J Flo was like, he'd be like,
I don't give a fuck what you think, bitch.
Yeah, I feel you, bro. I feel you. Trust me, we all got the same sentiment here in the righteous sphere. But let's just be real. A lot, you kind of seen how moms, their attitudes or how they acted or just how they carry themselves was not something that we've seen into the woman. That's actually why a lot of these basketball players and these football players, even though they grew up in the hood, they grew up with a black mother, ironically, and then going to these schools in the Midwest and down south, they always end up coming back with a white woman for a reason. I wonder why. What's the next one? Oh, here we go.
That your woman's intuition only seems to work when you think he's cheating, or you think he's messing with somebody else, or he's moving foul, or he's entertaining somebody else. It works 100% of the time then, but when it comes to seeing that he's unhappy, that he needs something from you, that his needs aren't being met, that he can't be vulnerable with you because you're not a safe space emotionally, like everything that will be beneficial to him, you can't seem to see that, or your intuition doesn't kick in. Then the problem is you using your woman's intuition in a positive way to help your man in this relationship means that you have to take accountability for what you're not doing on your end, which is why he can't give you what it is you're saying you need from him emotionally. Does he want to give you that? Yes, absolutely. Can he trust you to give you that? No, because you only see what you want to see. You look at that man and you can see everything he's doing wrong, but you can't look at him and see into him to see that he's not getting what he needs from you and he's unhappy. I want you to fix that, because what's going to happen is you're going to let your woman's intuition, your spidey senses, your gut feeling, whatever it is, you're going to allow that insecurity to push your relationship to a place of no return. And then he's going to walk out, he's going to heal, and he's going to end up being with the woman who gives him exactly what it is he was looking for, because he understands by dating you exactly what it is he does not want from the next woman. So low key, you're actually going to help him find a better mate for him.
Yo, she just basically dropped all the facts right there. Where was the lie? It goes back to this situation here.
Yeah, you know what? I can understand why he left my mom and abandoned us. Yeah, I probably would have abandoned your weird ass too. No funny shit.
So let's keep it a buck. After asking her adult sons their opinion on how relationships work, they admitted to their mother that, you know what, they see why their dad left. But then that mother's response, because her sons critiqued their view of how she is as a woman, she admits that she would abandon them. I would argue that some of y'all mothers, y'all didn't stick around because y'all love them kids. Y'all stuck around because those kids were resources, rent, and food. Y'all would have abandoned them just like the dudes that y'all want us to be mad at, right? Let's keep it a buck. That's why I say some mothers are not above reproach. But I digress.
No lies detected. No lies detected. And that's something that people in the black community don't want to talk about. Well, that's something that Cali West talks about all the time. But hey, Cali West ain't in the hood. So, you know, I guess they don't really give a fuck what I got to say. But hey, you know, I still be in them streets to a degree. You know what I'm saying? You know, only for business. But hey, it is what it is, right? But hey, at this point, it's just a little too late. Now look at this chick. She swears she got all the sense.
I no longer date for love. I don't give a damn about what your favorite color is. I don't want to know when your motherfucking birthday is or nothing. Please insert cash or select payment type. That's what's gonna get my attention. Skip the goddamn line. Damn all that good morning, beautiful. How you doing? How your day going? Where you from? I would love to exchange numbers to get to know you. Damn all that. Please insert cash or select payment type. That's it. That's all. I don't want to hear nothing else, because I don't want no love from nobody's stinking ass son. Go give it to somebody else. I'm pretty sure it's a whole lot of women out there who want love. I just ain't damn one of them. I tried that love thing for the last time. You ain't getting in this bitch. Please insert cash or select payment type. That's it. I don't understand the goddamn thing else. You want my cash out? Damn all that, how you doing? My day is amazing. But don't forget the most important thing. Please insert cash or select payment type. There you go.
Interesting. My response to that is,
I don't give a fuck what you think, bitch.
Oh, so she gave that good, that all that. Look, just know, she gave some man some good head, some of that good poom poom when it was nice, young, and supple, and you know what I'm saying? She was all bright-eyed before she had 1,000 cocks there. But now she wants you to insert cash for some bruised up ass pea sleeve. Now, she better run that Figueroa 40 because who the fuck is going to want to pay full price for that? If you're going to have to pay full price, shit, might as well, go get with a young broad, right? D-Group said, man, American women have fallen off so hard. That's an understatement, G, but I definitely agree with that. Now, to kind of add to that point, I'm kind of glad you said American women. We didn't even say sisters, American women. Because check this out.
3 kids, I will not be dating men that have kids. You guys are not to be taken seriously. Nobody wants you because your baby mama left you for a reason. If you are not licking the fucking floor that I walk on, you are not going to be with me. Like, my standards are so much more higher now than before I had kids, which is fucking insane. So if you want to be with me, you're going to have to be a stepdad of 3 kids. I have 2 boys and a little girl. And my kids are fucking bad. I know what comes with dating somebody with kids. And I don't fucking want it. I don't want none of the drama. I don't give a fuck about your baby mama. If you're going to be a stepdad, you are going to have to pay for some of my kids' things. Like, if you want to take that role of a stepfather, you have to pay for some of their things. There's just no way that you're just going to be my partner and not a father figure for them, A lot of you may ask yourself, what are you going to bring to the table, Lindsay? What are you going to... My fucking love and affection, bitch, and my fucking time. Like, that's what I'm going to bring to the fucking table. You're going to fucking be with me because you love me, not because you have to use me for your benefit. Like, I am traumatized, okay? So, you either love the fuck out of me and of my kids, or you're just not going to fucking be with me at all.
Yo. Does anyone really want to be with her? Well, let me volunteer this.
Run! Go! Get to the chopper!
Now, D-Girl says the average woman weighs about 170 pounds and is 5'3". So an American 5 is 170 pounds, 5'3". Just think about that. Man, sheesh. That shit's crazy. That's definitely true, man. And I could definitely say, living in Miami, I done got very, very liberal with a lot of the things I hear that I shouldn't have, got liberal with. But yeah, man, like these chicks be heavier than the dudes, especially in the black community, bro. Oh my God.
But shh, don't tell nobody.
Yeah, man. That shit is a trip, bro. It's a trip. But you go to damn Spanish community, they on the same shit too. You know what I'm saying? They on that same goofy shit too. The monetized dating market. Coach was not playing when he said there is definitely a monetized dating market.
You're a victim. There we go, CSI.
My boy Ken Davis says, what's up, Callie? Salute. Thanks for checking in, CG. D-Griff says, you see more fat chicks than pretty women. Facts. D-Griff says, right. I never weighed over 165. Facts. I'm about 180 pounds, baby. 185. But bro, I'm at least 5'9". I'm 5'10", I think. I think that's what it said on my DMV. So I mean, I might not be the tallest, but I mean, I'm definitely on the slimmer side of man. But yeah, man, these chicks be winning. I mean, like, chicks weren't really supposed to be shorter than you, weighing more than you. But hey, that's a whole another subject in itself. What other clips I got for y'all? D-Good says, I'm 5'10" too. Salute to all the, you know, I don't know. Would you consider us a short kings? Are we short kings if we're under 6 foot? We're not really short kings, but we're definitely not tall kings either. So salute to all the 5 footers. Salute to all the 5 footers. He said wide bodies. Sheesh. Mm-hmm. Now, this is the only type of wide body I like. Check her out.
Right foot, 2 stumps. Left foot, 2 stumps.
D-Grit says no. He says high average. Okay, no doubt. I don't know. I think a lot of sisters will disagree with you, but okay. I feel that though, G. I don't know. I kind of feel like that's from Mother Africa too, bro. That booty scream Mother Africa. Yo, that ass so fat, I had to break out the African drums. Where the African drums at? A boom, 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 a boom. The black woman is queen. A boom, 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 a boom.
This is a sick Negro.
Yeah, let's see here. K. David said, "What is the topic tonight?" What's the topic tonight? Well, we'll talk about Ciara, exposing all her ass cheeks while Russell Wilson does his best to try to perform, for the New York Giants. Now that he got traded and how, he might not make all his money. And then D. Grit said that's South African. Must be. He said that because women don't understand measurements. Yeah, her measurements her measurements, I don't know. To be honest, I liked her and I'll definitely take her. Yo, by far though, straight up and down, bro. I feel like she's still the winner for tonight. I feel like she's still the winner. Hold up. I feel like she's still the winner for tonight. Straight up and down, she might be the hottest one. They both got some dope dimensions. But she is like, she's kind of slim, but it's like, bruh. I don't know. That's a tough one. I mean, I guess I'll be happy with both, but Jesus Christ, bro. She might even have more ass than the blonde hair one, but the one with the blonde hair had some dimensions was crazy, boy. Tigris says that's why they think being 205.4 is cute. Facts, because guess what? Because guess what? All right, I'm gonna say something that probably gonna be not something that I should say, but it's the truth. Because we tell the truth here in the Rising Sphere, right? Man, sometimes a chick could be overweight, but I think God, look, the Most High knew what he was doing. He knew that even if a girl is overweight and you probably shouldn't like her because she's overweight, it can still kind of look sexy as far as sexuality is concerned. I mean, I ain't saying that these two girls are necessarily fat, by no means they are, but hey, I had to stop myself from fucking a fat bitch the other night. You know what I'm saying? Not that I ain't fucking before, but you know what I'm saying? It's just like, let's just say she didn't make it easy for me. And because it wasn't going to be easy for me, I was just like, never mind. I was like, you know what? I'd rather just go ahead, spend a couple $100 at the Juco or something like that. Even if it means, you know what I'm saying, I might have to budget or, you know what I'm saying, I'm going to work a few hours. I just kind of felt like if I keep on fucking this fat bitch, it's going to truly, truly, truly hurt my fucking ego, bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro. That's gonna take too much shots of my ego, bro.
Emotional damage.
J Flo says you call a timeout. We talk about call a timeout with what? The fat hoes? Yeah, man. Like I said, I no lie, I hate to admit this, you know what I'm saying, but I probably would have smashed her anyway. But like I said, she didn't make it easier for me. So once I knew that I was gonna have to go through a couple of hoops and hurdles just to go hit it again, I was like, not tonight. I was like, I just kind of flicked on her. And then she hit me up again tonight, still trying to chill too. I just told her ass, man. I just told her, man, we just gonna have to chill another night. Like, oh no. I ain't never pull it out like that. It's just when I said she was gonna make me go through too many hoops and hurdles, it's just like she just wanted me to do a couple of things for her before we, end up hooking up. And I was just trying to like hook up. Like I wasn't trying to like, the bitch had her kids with her and she wanted me to pick her up, drop off her kids. I'm like, your kids, like, bitch, like, I don't want to even see your kids. I don't want to see your kids. I don't want your kids to see me. I'm just trying to hit and quit. She wanted me to pick her up, take her to her house, drop off her kids, and then we can go, I guess get it on. But it was like, man, I'm just trying to do all that shit. And maybe I sound petty, but man, look. You know what I'm saying? Then if I was to go pick her up, does she have car seats? And even if she got car seats, I don't want a bunch of motherfucking kids in my car. I don't have no motherfucking kids. Why the fuck would I want kids in my car, man? J Flo says, "Oh hell to the no, hell no." And I meant to tell that to Coach Rick Adams doing the local stream. But yeah, man, like I ain't trying to do all that shit. Like I'm just trying to like, smash and dash. You feel me? Maybe give you a couple of dollars and that's it. But like, like, what if something happens? What if there's a car accident? What if, it doesn't matter whose fault it is. Like, nah, like, and then please, okay, even in a perfect world, even if no, there's no accident, I just don't want no motherfucking buy these kids up in my car. Like, I just kind of feel like have that situation. Look, if you're trying to get fucked, have your kids handled before you try to get fucked. Okay. What does my brother D. Griff got to say? He says, "Man, this Colombian chick told her daughter I was her dad. You got to be careful with these single moms, bruh. What kind of shit is that?"
You're a victim. Here we go, CSI.
You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious?
Yo, straight up and down. You never know what these chicks be thinking, man. Like, she might be studying up to try to be a paralegal, and maybe she know if you are willing to accept that daddy role, she could probably get your ass in child support. Gotta watch these motherfucking hoes. You're right, D. Griff. It's a fact. So good thing for keeping your eyes wide open, bro. D. Griff says, "Yeah, her daughter was calling me Poppy and everything." Nigga, what? My God. Hell no. That's some crazy shit, bro. Ken Davis says, every time a man is giving attention and energy to a fat chick, it seems like they taking one for the team. Facts. And I ain't gonna lie, I was just taking it for my own team. I ain't gonna lie. Truth be told, I used to fuck with the bitch way back in the day. Yeah, the bitch, I ain't gonna lie, the bitch kind of had, look, long time ago, I fucked the bitch a long time ago, and no lie, you know what I'm saying, the bitch had some really good head, and the pussy I just remember the pussy really being good, but I'm not saying that her pussy was whack. It just, it's a hole. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's a fat hole. Like, it's hard for a fat bitch not to have decent pussy. But, yeah, I think the post-nut clarity definitely kicked in like the second time around. Like, I enjoyed it, but it was kind of like, okay, all right, I had my fun, but it's like, I ain't trying to make it a consistent thing. And like, then it was a big turnoff when she wanted me to drop off her kids. Like, what the fuck? And then the girl says, was asking me when I was gonna visit them. Bitch, how about fucking never, motherfucker? These fucking hoes is fucking insane, crazy.
Nope.
Man, but yeah. And then listen to this. And then to make it even make it even worse, like she must really not want me to fuck with her, because she then asked me when I told her when I couldn't her, I said, man, nah, you know what? We ain't gonna be able to chill tonight. She then was like, okay, well, can you send me an Uber? And I'm just like, I told her one, I don't have I told her I don't have no damn app. I don't have no rideshare app. But then I said, but wait, hold up. I said, I mean, I ain't gonna lie. I did actually hit her up. No lie, I did hit her up. But I said, hold up. But if I never hit you up, how was you gonna get home? She said something about, oh, her uncle, he ain't come back home yet. Bitch. I was like, oh, well, you better wait for your uncle to come back. He said the little girl was asking that. The little girl was asking what, when you was gonna come back and visit? When your mama sent some motherfucking money, that's when you're gonna send. When you're gonna come back. What's to make it worse is her daughter is probably thinking that I'm her dad. Oh, that's so sad. That's evil. Evil, bro. Evil, G. That is very, very fucking evil, bro. Damn.
It's an evil world we live in.
I mean, it seems like they're taking one for the team as men. Beauty on a woman is currency. Facts. I ain't gonna front, man. You know what I'm saying? I ain't saying I didn't have fun with that, you know what I'm saying, with her, but I don't know. It just feels gone. Gone, the feels gone. And yes, you are basically taking one to the team. And truth is, you know, I've been on that little JUCO shit, but I ain't lie. You know, shit, that JUCO shit get a little pricey, man. And I try to do that normie dating shit, but guess what? That normie dating shit is not for the faint-hearted either, especially when they already went to the JUCO. That's why I need to make some motherfucking more money, man. Shit. I like looking fucking like I at least like to at least fuck with like at least some sevens who at least look like nines. Shit.
Who?
Now what other clips I got for y'all boys? Oh, Power Hour. I appreciate y'all boys for tuning in. I still got some more for y'all. Oh. So see, look, this is why. See, remember when Chelsea Handler said that black men like strong women or like masculine women? Check this out. Oh my God, hold up. Oh, you know what? Hold up. I'm trying to show y'all boys something. Hold up. Okay. Oh, she could get up out of here. I want to show y'all this.
Get my shit. Get my shit. I'm gonna hit you again. You disrespected, man. I'm gonna hit you again, man. Get my shit, nigga. Talk about love in here. You better get hit again, don't you? And you still picking at my shit? Yeah, that nigga smoked.
So, yo, I have to be honest with you, y'all. I don't really understand the true context of it. But just based off of what I see, based off my detective skills, I'm assuming that this is obviously his girlfriend or somebody that's close to him. With that being said, I'm under the impression that she has had a little bit too much liquor. For some reason, homeboy keeps on touching her drink. I feel like he keeps on touching her drink because maybe she's drinking too much and she's acting crazy. Because we done seen bitches act like this, and we trying to say, "Hey, bitch," or "Hey, nigga, hold your liquor." This is happening in college or in other settings. Even as an adult, they were going through this shit still. But that being said, you see how masculine she's doing, and you see how she's hitting on this man. You would think someone would stop her from hitting this man, right? Check this out.
You're disrespecting.
Okay.
Stand out of here.
All right.
Come on.
Stop
disrespecting me.
Disrespect.
I don't care. Stop picking on my dress like that.
You don't care about disrespecting me.
Shit,
I said me.
You speaking on my shit when you got a beard right there. Your beard right there, you trying to be fucking funny, my nigga.
Nigga, I don't hit females.
So, boom. Yo. Let me ask y'all a question. Why is nobody? There's obviously other people there. We seen another man over there, like in like lime green. And then someone's recording. Why is nobody stopping her or keeping in between these to each other? J Flo says, "Nice jab." It's a nice jab until he give her a nice jab back, right? Until it's Rocky IV, then there's a motherfucking problem. See, that's a caveat, right? J Flo? You know? Now, when he wants to give her a nice jab back, then it's gonna be a problem. Ken Davis says a woman that's a 5 with the right clothes and the makeup makes her look like a 7, but the right attitude makes her look like a 9. Well, Ken Davis, you're right. Because let's just be real. A 5 doesn't necessarily mean that you're not attractive. It's not like in school. A 5 is passing. A 5 means you're not ugly. A 5 means like you're like, yeah, you can still get it. The girl says, gutter snippet, LOL. J Flo says, bounce when they start speaking in tugs. Ah, shit. He says, equal rights and equal less and rights. Facts. Let's continue.
Bitch, stop touching me.
Nigga, I don't hit females.
Yo, come on.
I don't hit females. Come on, bro. When she hit me. How many times?
I'm trying to stop her, right?
What?
I'm trying to stop her.
No, you didn't.
Yes, he did.
So, yo, did you just hear what homeboy just said?
You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious?
Yo, he just said that he tried to stop it. Nigga, you ain't trying to stop a motherfucking thing.
Silence, you funny fool! I've had it with your whining and bumbling.
See, but yo, we've seen this happen. And I don't want to just put it on black men either. Even though black men, no, I ain't gonna lie. I take that back. I don't put it on black men. Because I would kind of believe that if it was happening around some white people, I believe a white man would have stepped in and tried to break, would have separated them. Black men, and I'm going to just tell you this based off my experience. I've had situations where I almost fucking lost my motherfucking life. And I had behind a female. And black men got in the way of the retribution. All right? True story. So I totally understand, have this dude's position been in where the female's going to acting up. And when you're going to go and exercising your duty as a citizen by putting her in her place, is always some playhead ass ninja who was raised by his mama, who feels that even if a woman abuses a man, it's okay enough to the point that it's okay to be allowed. But when he wants to go and put her into check, now he got to spring into action and go save the bitch.
Bitch, stop touching me.
Nigga, I don't hit females.
Yo, come on.
I don't hit females. Come on, bro. When she hit me. How many times?
I'm trying to stop her, right?
What?
I'm trying to stop her.
No, you didn't.
And he's right. You did not try to stop it. You did not try to stop it.
This is a sick Negro.
He's right. You didn't try to stop it. You seen the chick about to get her medicine, about to get a taste of her own medicine, and now you want to be a Captain Save-A-Ho, because the truth is, you probably want to fuck the bitch. Brother man, if you watch my video, if anybody show this man my video, brother man, leave that bitch. Well, first off, you're supposed to leave that bitch anyway, because that bitch is a psycho hoe anyway. So definitely leave that bitch, bro. Straight up.
You got a girl. Drop her.
And when you leave that bitch, stop fucking with that dude. That dude want to fuck your bitch. And guess what? Let him fuck that bitch. You need to stop fucking with that bitch and stop fucking with that nigga. D Griff says, I actually seen a dude get his ass beat for stepping in like that. Facts. And then J Flo says, Dirty Mac referee. Facts. Y'all boys is dropping the facts, man, tonight. True. Dirty Mac referee. And yes, motherfuckers will get their ass beat in a setting like that. Because what if homeboy felt like you were showing him out in front of his bitch? His bitch is already disrespecting him. Like, that could have been a point that he could have pulled out his pistol and he could have went rat-tat-tat on you. You feel me? And, and in reality, he would have had the right to, because if someone's putting your hands on you and then you defending yourself and someone goes and counteracts you for defending yourself, you have the right, especially in Florida, to go and handle both of them. You know what I'm saying? Lethally. You know what I'm saying? Now, if that would have happened, now he would have been wrong because he didn't let divine feminine, this sister go and, abuse him. It's so crazy that black people, we as people complain about what white people did to us or what white rich people did to us. But yet, we still do a lot of these things that we didn't like having them with us. We tend to do it to each other. You notice that? You notice that trend? Like, I noticed that. You don't like the cops abusing you, but then you abuse another black man for defending himself from a terrorist. Because that's what she is. She's an emotional terrorist. Now look what talk about emotional terrorists. Look what this black woman. Oh, look what this kind of definitely segues to my next point. Check this out.
With you for 1 second. These brothers in the Dominant Club, what really started to break my heart, they lost many of their bros over pussy. Had nothing to do with motives. You got these women that get caught up. You screwing this dude over here in this Dominant Club. You the property of this dude over here in this Dominant Club. You the wife to somebody that ain't even in a club. And now we fighting over community pussy. And we've lost too many of our brothers over that. I'ma just keep it real with y'all. And as a woman, I'm very heartbroken over it. It's too many women that have paved the way within this community for us to get the respect from the men, and it doesn't come by the things that we hold between our legs, okay? That's a prize for you and one other, not the community. Need us women to conduct ourselves as the mothers that we need to be, the sisters that we need to be, the daughters that we need to be, and then to build a legacy among.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie, man. She was saying a lot. She was saying about 90% truth. By the end, at the last 30 seconds of that shit, I'll just be honest with you. Everything she said was 90% facts. But the last end, I was like,
I don't give a fuck what you think, bitch.
I have a problem with this part.
From the men, and it doesn't come by the things that we hold between our legs, okay? That's a prize for you and one other, not the community.
Now, here's the thing. A broken clock could be right at least twice a day. This is a very masculine sister, and she's saying some shit that's true. But what my problem is the next segment of what she says. I knew she was a feminist. You can always look, most sisters in the hood are feminists. Look, they don't even realize that they're feminists. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy? They don't even understand that they're a covert agent, even though they are. Listen to what she just says. She mentions about how being a good mother, a good sister, a good mother, a good sister, a good mother, a good sister, a good whatever the fuck she said. But she never said good wife. See, they don't want to be good wives to us, y'all. They don't want us to be good wives. They don't want to look. They don't want to be wives to y'all, bros. FBA or any brothers. These women don't want to be your wives. They want to be your partner.
Need us women to conduct ourselves as the mothers that we need to be, the sisters that we need to be, the daughters that we need to be, and then to build a legacy among.
Yo, ma'am. Women don't build legacies. Women don't give legacies. I mean, they can. I'm not gonna say that a woman cannot have a legacy, but generally speaking, women do not leave legacies. Especially when it comes to the black community. A legacy? Legacy?
This is a sick Negro.
You can't have a legacy without black men. Shit. Mostly all legacies have been built by men. I'm not saying that women weren't contributors to it. I'm not saying that women have never had any legacies. What I'm saying is that generally speaking, mostly all legacies were put in concrete by men. History is a prime example of that. But yep, niggas be dying over that community pussy way too often, and we literally witnessed it on Buddy's on that video. Now, mind you, if them dudes end up deleting themselves, you know what is going to end up happening? What's going to end up happening is the same woman that they fighting over and dying over and all that, she gonna find herself in this position. Check this out.
Expect stuff like that? So don't I give you what you expect and what you need and what you want? Okay, because you deserve it. Because you treat me well. As long as you keep smiling for me, life's good.
While Dr. Umar telling you not to go fuck with snow bunnies, they're just gonna go fuck with whoever the fuck they want to fuck with anyway. They're gonna go from Pookie to motherfucking to what's his name? Mr. Drummond from fucking Different Strokes, bro. Y'all seen Khalees? She was with Nas, right? She was married to Nas. And let's be real, Nas got street credibility. He ain't just a rapper. He was kind of a street ninja, right? She went from street ninja to motherfucking Ghostbuster. What was that dude's name? I seen so many movies. Bill Murray. She went from Gully to Bill Murray. Now, D. Gris says, right, she gonna get some new D a day after the funeral. Facts. Mind you, the other dude, he wanted to fight his boy. And what's fucked up is that's his homeboy. That's why homeboy didn't just start all of them start kind of fighting him either. Because that's actually his homeboy. That's actually his homeboy. But guess what? Shit. There's a lot of people in the cemetery who ended up laid out because they thought somebody was their homeboy. I know I made that mistake at 18 years old, thinking somebody was my homeboy. And them motherfuckers ended up trying to motherfucking, if they would have killed me. You feel me? So yeah. Everybody you smoke trees with and jokes with is necessarily your boy or your friend. And these hoes will get a new friend quick, fast, in a hurry. What's this? Oh, I know what I want to play. Where's that Janissa clip? Oh, here we go.
See, like I go through it, then I'll be like, I'm not doing it. Then I would do it.
So was you
again.
like a streetwalker, or was it just like?
I didn't have to. I was Craigslist girly. I was a tag girl at first. Then I was a Craigslist girly because it was the white men. Once I figured out that white men bought pussy, it was like a whole nother lane.
You know what? And I don't like that because sometimes you go to, not me personally, but I have been down the lane where I was, just looking. I just look. And you have some black women on there like no black men. I'm like, how dare you?
First of all, because listen, I used to when I finally got the courage to sell it for $100.
The courage to sell it. See, that's what pimp comes.
Look, the courage to sell it for $100. I would pull up to a black man and he'd be like, I gotta tell you, only got 80. White men would never do that.
Oh God, they got extra. They tip you.
That's exactly.
Yeah.
So I'm like, nah, this a different world fucking with the white man. I got $350. Then the nigga gave me $70 tip, like just because, and he's gonna keep coming back.
So do you know any women still selling pussy today? Because I got a question.
I know a lot of women that sell pussy.
Still to the day. So when I send my deposit, are they still gonna come?
Depends on the girl.
Okay, some of them just run off with the deposit.
Yeah, some of them. I don't know. I feel like today a lot of girls.
Not saying that I'm about pussy because I've never bought pussy.
I don't think there's anything wrong. If I was a guy, I would buy pussy.
Why?
Because I pay a bitch to just leave me alone. See, you do all that. A lot of.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
Oh God.
I feel like today a lot of
Not
girls.
saying that I'm about pussy because I've never bought pussy.
I don't think there's anything wrong. If I was a guy, I would buy pussy.
Why?
Because I pay a bitch to just leave me alone. See, you do all that. A lot of men fear rejection today. You know what I mean? So they're going to go through the love bombing and the line to get some pussy.
Oh God.
Which is stupid because now the bitch, she's emotional.
Yeah.
You might have accidentally nutted in her.
Yeah.
Now she's going to have your baby because you lied.
Okay.
Now she just wants to get you back for the rest of your life. That's too much.
Yeah.
When I could have just paid you and still nutted in you. And you'd have popped that plan B because you're selling pussy. You don't even got time to settle down right now.
Yo, shout out to Janissa, aka I'm Too Dark, for speaking the truth. Hey, even if she is, y'all can call her 304 and all that. She's a proud 304. And at least she keep it a buck. And she catch herself being a comedian. And you know what? I gotta say, Coach Greg Adams, he says, female comedians is an oxymoron. Like, it's basically saying that there's no funny comedians who are women. But I can honestly say that Janice, she has a great sense of humor and is actually natural. You know what I'm saying? So that's probably how she makes sure she gets a lot of Johns to make them feel comfortable too. But, Coach Greg Adams, he actually shared this clip earlier today too. You know what I'm saying? On his locals live stream. So check out his locals live stream on Sundays. It's dope. No, Saturdays. It's dope. But he kind of mentioned he brought this video up, and there's a lot of takeaways from this. And I want to go over those takeaways because it's very definitely true. Oh, D Griff. Oh, matter of fact, my bad. Let me go into the chat before we break down this video. D Griff said, when I used to live in Memphis, two guys had a shootout over some boom boom and ended up killing each other. They both passed away from that. They both passed away. That's what it sounds like. Sound like they both passed away from that.
Okay, I'm reloaded.
Sheesh. And he says, in my neighborhood. And I ain't gonna lie. Can I be honest? I've been in Memphis before. In Memphis, I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna say it's not really popping and all that. If you're coming from a big town like Los Angeles or Miami, Memphis will technically be boring. But I would say like Thursdays or Saturdays, like kind of like any other town, I tend to notice that Thursdays and Fridays and Saturdays, it kind of started kind of a little jumping in. I ain't gonna lie, for what it's worth, y'all got some decent looking ladies. I mean, y'all don't have chicks like Miami or like LA, but y'all look, yo, I ain't gonna lie, y'all got some little, like the younger women are pretty all right. They're pretty decent looking. Even the little white girls, they're kind of all right. Like they're not that bad looking out there. You know what I'm saying, in Memphis. Now J Flo says deposit. Yes, remember? Coach was talking about the deposit yesterday. Remember? Like about how you don't pay a deposit for a chick. Yeah, I don't know. I ain't gonna pay. And then you set the wrong precedent too. Like, because see this, there are chicks who literally just got profiles where they get deposits from people and don't even want to even fuck them. Think about it. If they ask for a $50 deposit from 10 dudes or from 20 dudes and 10 dudes give the deposit, bruh, they made more money than you did at work. Just think about it. They made more money than you did at work. Mm-hmm.
So bullshit. All of it.
Now, Griff says that ninja capping. The reason why he said that ninja is capping is because he said he ain't never paid for no poom poom. And you're definitely right, D. Griff. Damn, he said, yeah, man, they both popped each other. He said, I grew up in Chicago. Memphis was born to me. See? See? I told you. Hey, but Pete this. It might have been boring, but hey, Pete this. You definitely was not short on poom poom. Especially especially on that for that play to pay to play poom poom. Trust me. You was definitely you was probably so bored the only thing you could do was smash some poom poom. Yeah, because the weed wasn't all that out there. Like I had one dude who looked out for me and the trees was pretty straight, but I ain't gonna lie, the trees wasn't all that bomb. But there was a couple of dudes who had some pretty bomb shit. D Griff says, I think dudes capping he paid before. Facts. Let's break down this video.
My risk of selling pussy, like I go through it, then I'll be like, I'm not doing it. Then I would do it.
So was you
then.
like a streetwalker, or was it just like?
I didn't have to. I was Craigslist girly. I was a tag girl at first, then I was a Craigslist girly. Because it was the white men. Once I figured out that white men bought pussy, it was like a whole nother lane.
You know what? And I don't like that because sometimes you go to not me.
Now, one thing I do want to talk about and discuss. See how Janice was so comfortable with just admitting the fact that she deals with a white man. And I mean, we're here in the righteous sphere. We're a multi-cultural group. You know, we have all, races and creeds here. Okay, so, we ain't about those races and color line stuff here. But with that being said, for any brothers who want to hold back their, want to keep their pro-blackness and not date anyone outside your race, just know you're a woman. Because I'm going to be honest with you. Y'all can say whatever y'all want, but I do believe Janice is a very beautiful woman. Like, she actually reminds me of one of my exes in Miami. Like, all the way down from her dark skin to almost to the tattoos, little tattoos here and there, and the long legs and the chocolate skin. Like, she kind of reminds me of a bigger version of her because the other one was like 5 foot. I think Janice is a little bit tall, like on a 5'5", 5'6" side. But long story short is, she's quick to admit that she definitely gave that meat to a white man. You feel me? And she has no problem giving it to a white man because she's basically said that white men are willing to pay for bread. So, for all y'all brothers who, don't want to disappoint your mama, shit, you never know what your mama did with a white man.
It was like a whole nother lane.
You know what? And I don't like that because sometimes you go to, not me personally, but I have been down the lane where I was, just looking. I just looked.
Yo, like D. Griff said, he said earlier, he ain't buying nothing. He just went just looking. D. Griff said that's why there's so many single moms out there. There's nothing to do in Memphis but smash. Woo! Facts. I ain't gonna lie, man. You know what I'm saying? I made man, I ain't gonna lie, man. I commit a couple of little chocolate, they wasn't even chocolate. Like one was a red bone, the other one was like caramel. But I had like, I ain't gonna lie, there was some sluts, but man, there was some I ain't gonna lie. There was some good slot machines, boy. Like, I ain't gonna lie, I still got them bitches number in my phone. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but Memphis is, to be honest with you, I kind of felt like it was very, very quiet. The only thing is, I just think like I was out there for like maybe a week or two, but I feel like I guess where it really, 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 really went down, I just wasn't over there. Oh, yeah. But I almost moved to Memphis at one point in time. One point in time, I was just gonna buy an inexpensive house, renovate it, and live out there until I was able to Airbnb it, but it never happened. But yeah, back to this story.
And you have some black women on there like no black men. I'm like, how dare you?
First of all, because listen, I used to when I finally got the courage to sell it for $100.
The courage to sell it. See, that's what pimp comes in.
Look, the courage to sell it for $100.
Coach Greg Adams brought up a good point on his Locals live stream about this. First off, he claiming that he wasn't really looking for the pussy or looking to buy none, right? But then she said that, when she, what was that? Oh, that's like a piece of skin or something. I ain't no picking no booger. It was just like a piece of ash or something. I don't know what that was, but it wasn't a booger. Anyway, like I said, y'all, he mentions about how she wanted to sell for more, and she said that she wasn't confident to sell for more. Why does a black man have to be stereotypical enough to go mention the fact that, oh, this is why you need a pimp? Because what? Let's be real. The pimp, not only does he get the money, but he also gets to get the poom poom too. So guess what? He still wants to fuck her. He's the one to be the one to pay for it. He wants to be the one who gets the poom poom for free, while some other jive turkey pays for the poom poom, and he just sits there and just gets it. See, J Flo says they get hooked on easy money, dopamine. Facts. But why the dude who don't want to pay? The dude who don't want to pay for poom poom. The dude who don't want to pay for poom poom want the poom poom. Look, the dude who don't want to pay for poom poom want to pimp the poom poom. Cause look, he want to be the pimp now. That's why he kind of say, "Oh, this is why you need a pimp," because he want her to entertain the fact of her being a pimp. Shit, but I kind of feel like, hey, the only difference between the pimp and the simp is the letters in the beginning. Because at the end of the day, shit, I just kind of feel like if you was really trying to pimp the bitch, the best thing you would do is maybe just throw some money in her way and then tell her ass about how you need to do it a different way and be on your team. That way you could put her up, to some high personnel or something if you Mac Daddy pimp. But guess what? You ain't no pimp. You just want to fucking get something for free.
I would pull up to a black man and he'd be like, I gotta tell you, only got 80. White men would never do that.
Oh God, they got extra. They tip you.
That's exactly.
Yeah.
So I'm like, nah, this is a different world fucking with the white man,
See, it's a whole different world fucking with a white man. Look at her. She's showing all her teeth. Happy to be the white man's. What did it say? What the pro blacks call it? She's ready to be the black man's bed wench.
This is a sick Negro.
But yo, to some degree, let's just be real. In all fairness, black men, we tend to not to really know how to do business. I'm not gonna say, look, I can honestly say that I do be looking for a deal myself, but I've been kind of curbing from that whole looking for a deal. Sometimes I realize for what you really want, even if it's a senseless purchase or a impulsive purchase, sometimes there's no deals in that. Sometimes there's no deals for what you really want in life. Sometimes there's no deals. Sometimes you just gotta pay. Like, I'm not saying that I don't be on Craigslist or I don't be on, what's that thing called? Craigslist or OfferUp or Facebook Marketplace and all that. But sometimes you just gotta go straight to the sources and buy some shit. Because I was gonna buy some piece of electronics this weekend, right? And I ain't gonna lie, it was actually an impulsive buy. It was for my car channel. And it was an impulsive buy. And I was on OfferUp looking at some equipment. And I was gonna get the stuff, right? And I'm over here bargaining online with them, right? And a person wanted to make a big deal about $5, okay? And I just kind of told myself at this point, I was like, you know what? If they want to kind of like balk over $5, over them having cash in their hand, they was only going to miss out on $5. They missed out on the whole sale. Because you know what? At this point, I was like, you know what? I'll just go down to Best Buy. And I said, even though I'm going to be paying double, at least I'm getting it brand new. At least I'll be getting the latest model, the latest technology, because it wasn't the newest model of the item I was trying to get. And it's the same way with these hoes. You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes you just got to pay the woman. If you think she's sexy enough to fuck her, I'm not saying for you to overpay either, but her price is her price. If you don't want to fuck with her, fuck with a chick who got your price. And the truth is, brothers, we did mess up the game, because even in regular life, I don't know if XL Pro is in here, but he's a black man and I'm a black man, but you know, we work with our hands, and we could definitely say that black people, I'm not saying that Spanish people don't try to get a deal, or white people don't try to get a deal either, but black people, they tend to kind of more balk and cry when it comes to paying you. It's just a fact. Now, Degra says, from what I'd observed at the strip clubs, bars, white dudes and Asians dudes pay the most. J Flo says, get them zaddy. Then King David says, a pimp can't go a day without being around women. A simp pays the price to have women around. So let me ask you a question, Ken Davis. Do you believe that a simp is a dude who just pays? Because I'll argue that a pimp is a simp. Because think about it. I don't know if you know this, Ken Davis, but a pimp is a hoe's boyfriend. Like, how many pimps do you know who's not sleeping with their hoes? So guess what? If he gotta live in the same hotel room or the same house with his hoes, and he got to be the one to sleep with his hoes, because guess what? These hoes are selling the pussy to him and giving him the money because he is facilitating their lifestyle. He's the one who's, keeping them in love so they could go give their body to another man. So if he depends on her to make his money, right? And he's willing to look the other way or watch while his woman's getting plugged by another man for money because he doesn't have enough money to keep her for not sleeping with anyone else. Does that not make him a simp as well, Ken Davis? Now, D. Griff says these motherfuckers that brag about paying less they aren't paying for it. Laugh out loud. I'm gonna say this much, man. For someone who's a cheapskate, I paid less, and guess what? I ain't paying for that shit. D. Griff says a pimp will delete you over his woman. Facts. Because you'll think a pimp who's so big in the ism, he's just like, okay, you know what? I just lost a bitch. Because guess what? You know what I'm saying? Hoes run off with look, I ain't gonna lie. I was fucking with this chick. I was fucking with a pimp's bitch. But luckily, listen to this. I was fucking with this stripper chick, right? And the stripper was a pimp's bitch. But she ended up getting saved by this dude. But guess what? The whole time, I thought the dude was her cousin because she was very, very light-skinned, and he was a very light-skinned, bright dude, too. So I thought that his cousin. Something in my back of my head told me that it probably wasn't her cousin. I'm like, okay, if that's her cousin, what are he doing up in the club, chilling in the club? But I was like, okay, maybe that's her cousin. And I remember one time I dropped her off at the club and he came and picked her up in the morning. And mind you, nobody was at the club anymore. She just jumped out of my car and jumped into his car. But mind you, man, these pimps, yeah, a pimp will fucking fight and delete a dude over his chick. So, you know, a pimp and a simp is essentially the same thing, man. And I don't consider paying for poom poom being a simp, me personally. You know, that's just what I believe. You know, there's a lot of other ways that men who don't pay are even more simpier than men who do pay. What else does Jennings have to say? Did we go over all that already? Oh, yeah, let's continue.
I would pull up to a black man and he'd be like, I gotta tell you, I only got 80. White men would never do that.
Oh, God, they got extra. They tip you.
That's exactly.
Yeah.
So I'm like, nah, this is a different world fucking with the white man. You know, I got $350. Then the nigga gave me $70 tip, like, just because, and he's going to keep coming back.
So do you know any women still selling pussy today?
Yo, what does Dr. Umar got to say about this? Yo, Dr. Umar, how you feel about this situation right here, bro?
Some of y'all say he go too hard. It ain't that bad. Oh, yes, it is. Now you see.
You have cooned so bad that they damn near need to put your face in the dictionary next to the word coon.
I'm going to hospitalize you coons because I care about you. The Dr. Papa Mental Health Hospital for coons.
$70 tip, like, just because, and he's going to keep coming back.
So do you know any women still selling pussy today? Because I got a question.
I know a lot of women that sell pussy.
Still to the day. To the day. So when I send my deposit, are they still going to come?
Depends on the girl.
Okay. Some of them just run off with the deposit.
Yeah, some of them, I don't know. I feel like today a lot of girls.
Not saying that I'm about pussy, because I've never bought pussy.
I don't think there's anything wrong. If I was a guy, I would buy pussy.
Why?
Because I pay a bitch to just leave me alone. See, you do all that. A lot of men fear rejection today. You know what I mean? So they're going to go through the lump bombing and the line to get some pussy.
Oh, God.
Which is stupid, because now the bitch, she's emotional.
Yeah.
You might have accidentally nutted in her.
Yeah.
Now she's going to have your baby because you lied.
Okay.
Now she just wants to get you back for the rest of your life. That's too much.
Yeah.
When I could have just paid you and still nutted in you.
Ooh. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gone that far yet in the JUCO or on the dark side. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's a crawler or a JUCO, I ain't busting no nuts in no chick, because here's a caveat to that. Just because she's a hoe doesn't mean that she won't change her mind. Just because she's a hoe doesn't mean that she doesn't want to be someone's wife one day. Yo, the right dude nut up in that hoe, she's gonna fuck around, consider that a retirement plan. So, you know, I personally would object to any dudes raw dogging or even busting nuts in any of these hoes. For real. For real, for real. Oh.
You to pop that plan B because you're selling pussy. You don't even got time to settle down right now.
Don't even have time to settle down now. Sheesh. Now, Ken Davis says, I'm not saying simp necessarily paying money to have the women around. Okay. All right. I mean, all right. Now, D. Griff says, Umar would try and hit, let's be honest. Oh, man, Dr. Umar, man, he'll hit. Hey, at this point, I can't believe he'll hit anything. Hey, at this point, the chicks who've been accusing him of being kind of over flirtatious and claiming that they've been with him, I feel like Dr. Umar would smash anything, especially a good-looking chick like Janice. Degra says motherfuckers acting like hoes don't have feelings. She trying to set ninjas up. Hey, facts. Facts. You remember when the hoes get pregnant? As a matter of fact, getting pregnant, getting pregnant has been the oldest way women have gotten finances from a man. Because guess what? You can only hold for so long. Here's another too. You don't think these hoes know that they can only hold for so long? Yo, there's some porn star chick I put up the other day, and she basically said that she was a stripper, and basically when she couldn't strip anymore, she stopped stripping because I guess she couldn't keep up with the stripping anymore, which is basically still some poom poom. She basically went to like street walking, and then she ended up like starting like to end up doing videos while still having a boyfriend. Now, Ken Davis says a simp pays with kindness mostly. And look, I can honestly say that a simp could leave with his wallet. Look, finances is a part of the simping, but like with this, there's a difference between if I say, okay, here, girl, here go $300 and we have some, some fun, right? Like with this, okay, let us say I know this chick don't want to fuck with me off the strength. But if I was willing to do a favor for her, she's willing to do a favor for me, if you know what I mean. With that being said, if me doing her favor and it'll cost me $300, that's better than me being her boyfriend or her acting like she's my girlfriend, making me spend $300 on a date, giving me some okay sex, and then still cheating on me. When I could just, we could have had a disagreement and we could have went on separate ways. And I could just be happy with a chick who's giving me some okay sex every day. So, at the end of the day, there's always trade-offs, right? Always trade-offs. Definitely always trade-offs. As a matter of fact, I think there was something with some West Indians, some Jamaicans that said something about that situation. Where's it at? I think I downloaded it. Where's it at? But I thought it was funny, so do I still have it? Well, I'm about to share y'all some clips anyway. Here you go.
We're giving y'all a show right now.
Oh, yeah, I know what I wanted to show y'all. Check this out. Oh, here we go.
Support actually told on themselves. They say that it's in the best interest of the child, but they were getting sued by these 5 women in Arizona because their children were receiving public assistance, and they went after the fathers for child support. The money that they were collecting, the women were only getting a small portion of it. So they sued child support and said, hey, y'all keeping all our money. Child support said, no. Child support was never intended to benefit the child nor the custodial parent. The Supreme Court agreed. It's a historic case law. It's called Blessing versus Freestone, where child support told on themselves and said that it was never intended to benefit the child nor the custodial parent. It was intended to benefit the state because the states receive an incentive. They get a kickback based on their performance of collecting child support, putting people on child support, the arrears that they collect. Is it 42 USC 658A, the incentive payments? They receive over $500 million a year annually, just in bonuses. This ain't got nothing to do with nothing, just based on your performance. This is not my opinion, this is fact.
Yo, and undeniably, this is ruining the black community. Because here's the thing. See, you'll hear these chicks in these groups, or you'll hear even women say in these conversations, what they'll say is, oh, it's only 100 raggedy dollars. Because guess what? Let's just be real. There are a lot of black men who are living, they're not really living their life right. So go figure. If you're 9 to 5 and you only make like $1,500, less than $2,000 a month, your child support, it's gonna hurt you, but it's not gonna hurt you as much as someone who made $4,000 a month, right? So if the dude only makes $1,100 a month because he got some part-time job at Jiffy Lube, right? Essentially, it's gonna be like $100 out of his check a month, right? But guess what? Even though she might only get $100 a month, she still gets kicks. She still get the EBT, which might be $300 to $500 a month. She still gets the subsidized housing. She still get a lot of perks for playing ball with y'all. And I have to be honest with you, it makes sense that unemployment will get. It makes sense that welfare will actually get maybe most of your money or most of the child support money, because not only do they have to match it, but they also got to pay these people in these buildings, man. Like these people, like they're basically welfare recipients too. The people who work in that building. It's not even child support is not even a real court system. But that video basically sums it up. But the whole child support and the whole welfare and the whole black women depending on welfare has definitely crippled the black neighborhoods. Because versus a mother, having no life and just basically digging down and working hard and not living, even if she has to live in a bad neighborhood, living in the projects is always worse than even living in a bad neighborhood. And guess what? They chose that not to basically listen to a man. Millions of black women. Sad. I don't know why they, well, you know what? And there have been songs made by famous black people to say, watch out for the welfare man. But guess what? They still went ahead and took the welfare. Shit crazy.
Emotional damage.
Here's this one video about cheating that I gotta present. I think is very, very, very funny. I thought I had a clip of it, but I had to show y'all on Facebook. Instagram. Check it. Where is it at?
So you think that your wife is cheating on you?
Nah.
Have you ever cheated on her?
No, but I think about it still.
Well, my grandfather used to tell me, say, one pump alone kill cocky. Adonis, before you go there and start cheat, make sure you learn the rules.
What are you talking about?
The rules of cheating.
Always aim for no strings attached. Keep the other woman away from your wife. Never divulge no information about one to the other. In other words, they will talk nicely.
Remember, how you make love to your wife, I know you have sex with the other woman. Don't be hard and fast with your wife when she used to you being soft and slow. Don't change your norm. Make yourself a busy person. Someone who travel a lot. So when you disappear at don't call, you have a good excuse.
Never discuss your relationship. Never get jealous. Never set any requirements for the other woman so that she can set requirements of you.
Never tell your wife say you're cheap on her just because you feel guilty. Never spend the night if you not feel me, Dan. Use a fake name. No personal information about yourself.
No body marks, no finger scratches, no icky zin.
Once a fling start catch feeling, cut her off immediately. No hanging out, no phone call, no nothing. Just cut her ass off. But most importantly, always use protection.
Right.
So you think that your wife is cheating on you?
Shout out to all my Jamaican supporters out there. Bumba clot. Why? Hey, all facts. They ain't tell no lie, G. Shit. What did Shaggy say? You know what I'm saying? She seen me on the camera. It wasn't me. D. Griff says those child support office folks will literally encourage your baby mama to cripple you. Facts. Like, all right. It's kind of much. All right. The same people who be corrupt and going against you in the child support court, those clerks, they're on the same team as those divorce attorneys as well. Because you know who had the audacity to complain about the divorce attorneys? Hulk Hogan's ex-wife, Linda Hogan. She turned around after taking half his shit. God, basically, she ended up winning $7.5 million. But basically, what they don't tell you is because those lawyers was basically on pro bono, right? Or basically not pro bono. What they were doing was they was representing her until she won the case. But their agreement in those paperwork basically said that they'll get half of the winnings. So instead of just going for 1.5 million and just getting, half of that, they went for the whole shebang bang and were able to get 70% of his liquid assets, bro.
Emotional damage.
And after that, basically, they end up getting 50% of that. So think about that. If you got 7.5 million, I'm not an accountant, right? But that's at least 40 to 45% that's going to go to Uncle Sam. So just for easy math, let's just call that 3 million, 4 million. Let's go. All right, for easy math, let's call that 4 million. That's if we're just to do some rough math, right? They got 4 million after they pay Uncle Sam. So go figure. 4 million two ways. If you split 50% of 4 million, that only gives you $2 million. $2 million plus her cars and all the other little pieces of property that she also got. But guess what? She burned through it, and now she's crying that Hulk Hogan should have came back to his family after she sued his ass, bro. Yeah, these chicks are fucking crazy insane, bro. But yep, but those lawyers and stuff, even your lawyer, even your divorce lawyer, even your child support lawyer is against you. Because guess what? They work for the state. They're part of the state as well. They're part of the state bar. They claim that they represent you, which they do. But unfortunately, their boss is the state. So you definitely gotta watch out when you play this damn court game of the child support bullshit.
Run! Go! Get to the chopper!
But yo, once again, it's Cali West. Thank you for tuning in to another episode. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel if you're feeling this shit. Your boy out of here, man. Y'all boys have a good night. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. And y'all stay safe out here. All right? Go.